The wind of change will blow this Sunday in Cape Verde when voters go to polls in presidential elections on Sunday. The poll is marked by debate over the future of a country battered by a slump in global tourism and worried by surging inflation. Nearly 400,000 voters, including over 50,000 outside the country, will choose a successor to George Carlos Fonseca, who's been head of state since 2011. There will be 7 names on the ballot paper, but all indications are that the race will be limited to candidates backed by Cape Verde's 2 main parties. Jose Maria Neves was Prime Minister of the country between 2001 and 2016, a record time in office validated by 3 victories at the polls. He has the support of the African Party for the Independence of Cape Verde and has Carlos Viega as his main opponent. Voting is expected to start at 7 in the morning and will finish at 6 in the evening. If no one wins more than 50% of the vote, it will go to a second round runoff between the 2 leading candidates on October 31. Sunday's election comes 6 months after the main opposition party, MPD, won parliamentary elections, beating the ruling party into second place.
In this boxing ring is 50-year-old Abdulaziz Hussein alias Aziz, a former heavyweight boxing champion in Niger, giving instructions to some young boys whom he recruited from the street of Niamey. I have used boxing to rescue young people who have been a bit abandoned. Even though they call them street children, the street has no children. They are young people who would take drugs every now and then, so on Saturdays and Sundays, I sacrifice my time for them.
Dans les samedis et les dimanches, je sacrifie mon temps pour eux.
The man who discovered boxing in its infancy in Niger trains these young boys on a voluntary basis. In 2012, he had already piloted a government program supported by the United States and Spain, which benefited some 40 of these young people.
Je cherche mes financements à travers les experts.
I seek my funding through the experts that I train at home. I am a personal trainer, and that is how I manage to collect the amount we need to finance our travels.
Qu'il nous faut pour pouvoir financer nos déplacements.
In addition to his investment in street kids, he also devotes himself to 6 aspiring professionals who dream of a career. Before he met me, I was so delusioned with boxing, but he woke me up. He woke me up because he sacrificed himself. With my first belt, he even pawned his car so that I could participate. Through this training, Sahabi Musa has also made some significant achievement in his career. Police in Kenya said a man who had confessed to killing a dozen children and escaped from detention this week has been killed by a mob. Area Assistant County Commissioner Cornelius Nyareba said the death took place near his home in Bungoma County a day after he had escaped from police cells in Nairobi.
Alafu yeye nikamwambia akuja angalie kwa nyumba. Sasa kuja kunini kuangalia kwa nyumba. Kitu kamwambia.
They asked us whether he was hiding here and we became worried. When my mother and I checked the old house, he was squatting in the bathroom. Immediately my mother recognized him. She started screaming while running out, with Maston following her. The neighbors also started screaming, and that was when people came in large numbers to get him.
Ako kwa hii bafu. Sasa si watu wakajaribu kuingia wakaingilia penye yeye pia alikuwa ameingilia. Hivyo ndo akamtoa.
Authorities have said Wanjala had confessed to killing 12 children.